Alright guys, what's up? It's Brendan, and I'm going to show you the solution to your last coding challenge where we were testing while loops. So this one shouldn't be too long, but let's just get right to it anyways. First, since we are getting user input, might as well just input the scanner right away. So import java.util.scanner, and that's going to get the scanner in our program. And now the first point says to create a while loop that will run forever. So, like I discussed in that other tutorial, if you just type while true, and we need our curly brackets, if we type while true, this is going to run forever. And it says add all of their integers, or it says have the user continuously input integers and add all of their integers together into a sum variable. So let's create this sum variable. Int sum, and we'll just set it equal to 0. And now what we're going to do is we are also going to create an input integer, and we will set that equal to, how about just 0 too. Okay, looking good. And we also need to create our scanner, so we'll create our scanner and we'll name that in, since we already have an input integer, and we will set that equal to a new scanner from system.in, and that's looking good. Okay, perfect. And now let's make sure we close our scanner, so let's do that right now. Okay, so while we're in here, let's first do our input test. So we'll do, or not our input test, excuse me, we'll get the input from the user. So actually we should prompt them first. So we'll say system.out.print, and we are going to do enter an integer. Okay, and now we're going to set our input equal to in.nextInt. And from here it says that once the user inputs 0, break out of the loop and display the sum of their inputted integers. So let's test for this right now, because if they inputted 0, there's no sense in us continuing on and adding to the sum. Even though adding 0 to the sum wouldn't change it, there's no sense in doing that. So let's test for this first. So if input is equal to 0, remember 2 equal signs is to test for equal, we are just going to break. And if that is not true, we're going to continue, and we are going to add input to our sum. So sum plus equal input. So this will take the previously existing value of sum and add input to it and set that equal to sum. Okay? Looks good. And now we need to print out sum once this while loop is broken. So system.out.print ln sum. Let's try this out. Enter an integer. Let's go 4, 9, 3, 2, 8, 0, 26. If we add this up, 10 plus 12 is 22 plus 4 is 26. So it's perfect. It works exactly as we intended. It's nothing tricky. I just wanted you guys to get the hang of using while loops and break statements. The reason I chose a while loop over a do while is because if you're already saying while true, we already know it's going to run the first time because we're setting it equal to true, and it looks a lot better to just type while true. That's more commonplace than do while true. That just looks a little awkward and it's a little more complicated to understand. So there's no sense in doing that, so we just did while true. So that works perfect, and in the next tutorial, we are getting into classes. Oh my gosh, guys, if you made it this far, you are in luck. You should have made it this far, because classes are awesome, and you're going to be so pumped to learn about classes, trust me. So I'll see you guys in the next tutorial, where you should be pumped.